Well, by 16, you started dating Mad Lion.
Well, it was the fall or whatever. I was still 15 when I dated Mad Lion.
Okay.
Yeah.
15 going into
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, because I met him on tour. I was on tour with Kinsu, as another artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at that time, he had a hot song. He was
Yes.
sort of like the reggae hip-hop crossover guy.
Yes.
And I remember he had a run.
Yes, he
right
did.
around that time.
Yes, he did.
So you're dating him,
Yes.
and this is where the story gets a little fuzzy, depending on who you talk to.
Okay.
You meet Aaron Hall.
Okay, so me and Madeline were dating for a long time, for like over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then on and off, because we're traveling. I'm still in school, on and
Yeah.
off in school.
I just want to note,
Oh.
I did the math.
Yeah?
You're 16, Madeline was 29 at the time.
16.
You were 16, and Madeline was 29.
Okay. Yeah, when I first met him, I was 15 when we started first dating.
So he was 28.
So he was 28. Okay. Yeah, I
Right.
didn't know how old he was.
Okay.
Yeah. I was talking about Laz. Laz, you were saying, I think Laz was like 20, 21.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I didn't say
but
Mad Lion. I don't know what
You
age.
consistently have this record of being underage and dating older men. This is like the fifth or sixth
Right.
guy that you're dealing with
Right.
as an underage girl.
Well, you understand my environment. So my environment that I'm around older men.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like doctors dating nurses. It's like teachers dating you're gonna date where your environment is.
It's not illegal to date a nurse.
No, I know. I'm not saying
A
illegal.
nurse doesn't get you a jail
No, I
sentence.
didn't say that. I understand what you're saying. No. I'm saying, but you're gonna have some type of intimacy. As it could just be friendship. They took it there as well.
I get it
Yeah.
when you're dealing with an underage girl. So
No, I'm not saying it's
regardless of the
right.
environment, that's like saying
Yeah.
teachers dating their students. So
No, that of course. No, I'm
Right.
not saying it's right. Definitely
Yeah.
not right. Yeah.
Okay, I
I'm
just wanna
not
put
saying
that
it's
out
right.
there.
But I'm saying that when you're on tour with you get closer, people that you work with, you start, getting personal with them.
Got
but
it.
that shouldn't have crossed the line. You're absolutely right.
Right. So you're at this point 16 dating a 29-year-old.
Right. Well, we started at 15 and then 16, in the middle of 16. How Can I Be Down? It was 95. It was in Miami. It's like a hip hop convention or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was performing and I was dancing for a few, other artists. So we were both working that weekend. And I was walking on the beach with my girlfriends from high school, just walking on the beach and going to events and going to the pools and stuff like that. And I met Aaron. Aaron pulled over in a limo with Teddy and his brother Damien and was like, would you like to come? They were, I guess, giving an awards. And he was like, come to the award show with us, da-da-da. And I was like, I didn't know who he was. I told him decline, no. He was persistent. I still said no. I met him a few times on the beach. So we never met in a club. Nobody introduced us. He actually approached me a few times on the beach that weekend.
I interviewed Luke about this. He claimed that he introduced you to. He claimed that he knew Aaron Hall because he did this thing called Peep Show. And he did an interview with Aaron Hall, and he claimed that Aaron wasn't as freaky as R. Kelly. So Aaron said, oh, really? And he went to ate a girl's ass right there in front of everybody to show that he was freakier than R. Kelly. And that's how their relationship started. And he knew you already.
Okay.
So he claimed that he introduced you guys.
I think the best thing you could do is ask Gloria Velez who introduced who to who and how did that happen. And at what period of time was she a dancer in my group? At that period of time, she was a dancer. And I would get all these phone calls from her when she was staying with us. The best thing for you to do is ask her, how did she meet him? I ain't getting into no issue with him. When I met him, he was on the set of the Peep Show. And I mentioned, I was interviewing him and I mentioned, hey, look, R. Kelly is more freaky than you. And then he said, no, R. Kelly ain't more freaky than me. And he began to girls out on the camera. So if he wants to deny that, there's plenty footage of that as well. And at that period of time, his record label then started calling up saying, please don't show that. Please don't put that out, because he was getting ready to put an album out. And so the best person to answer that it would be Gloria Velez, because at that period of time she was a dancer for me.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Okay.
I would say that would be no big deal to say, but no, I didn't. He didn't introduce me to Aaron, and Aaron said it on your show too that Luke did introduce him to me.
He
Yeah.
said that he
Yeah.
saw you and just
that didn't
basically
happen.
grabbed you.
Yeah, that didn't happen either. I mean, like he said, he wants to portray this type of pimp mentality. You know, he just took me and slept with me and pulled me up into his room.
Right. He said he knew who you were because he saw you dancing for Luke.
Well, I don't know if he ever saw me dance, but Luke did introduce me to him.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
That's
Because
just what he
remember,
said.
they videotaped a lot of their shows and stuff
Right.
like that. So maybe he showed him me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I met him on the beach.
Because
Yeah.
I interviewed Aaron Hall,
Yeah.
as you know, and
Yes,
this
of
was
course.
a very explosive interview.
Yes, he's very animated. Yes.
Yes. Luke said that he introduced you to Gloria Velez.
Luke didn't introduce me to no Gloria Velez. We can call Luke right now. You know what I mean?
He said
But
it,
what
he
happened?
said it in an interview a while
How'd
back.
happen?
Look what I'm saying to you. She was standing up with a Jamaican rapper named Mad Lion.
Okay, I know who that is.
Big Pun, Fat Joe, Method Man, like whoever you speak to, just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed her hand, went upstairs and f***ed her. Luke didn't never introduce me to anybody.
But he's a compulsive liar at that too. He's like, if you sit down with him, the story will change consistently. So he's one of those.
Okay, so you meet Aaron, but then Mad Lion finds out about it?
So yeah, so I saw him on the beach a few times, and then he was like, let me take you and your girlfriends out to eat and shopping. So my girlfriend's like, let's go. You know, we're young. We're 16, let's go. Okay, what's food and, shopping? So we did, and when I was on my way back to the hotel, Mad Lion, the hotel, he could see, it was like a balcony. He could see from the front of us walking in, and he just started throwing my clothes over the balcony and screaming like, you slept with Aaron, da da da. I was like, what? Like, I was just weird because that didn't happen. But people were gossiping and saying they saw me with Aaron eating, and we were at the mall. So yeah, that was over for our relationship. And me being stubborn and just going home, I should have just went home. I said, oh, so you think I slept with him? I'm gonna call him and hang out with him just to get underneath his skin. And I did, and we never left each other after that.
Okay, because you were 16 and he was 31?
Yep,
Okay, once again,
yep,
same type of pattern.
yep.
So now you start getting to this relationship with Aaron Hall, and you guys start sleeping together.
Yep.
And right after that, you get a tattoo?
Yep. Days later.
Days later.
Days later.
I think he said 3 days in the interview.
Probably. Yep.
And the tattoo says Aaron's.
Apostrophe S.
Right.
Yes.
Now,
I mean, manipulation is a motherfucker, I'll tell you that. And I wanted to please him. He was saying all the right things. You got to understand my mentality at that time. I come from a broken home. He's an older man stating that, we can do this together. We could be a team. I got your back. And I was just looking for love. I was looking for someone to just be there for me. And I wanted protection in this industry. I was already been abused. I already been raped. Just a lot of things happened to me up until that time that I met Aaron, So I was a broken child, just wanting to be held and to be loved, really. I was looking for love. And he was so convincing. He was good, at that time. And he was like, well, show me you love me, you get a tattoo.
well, yeah. Well, what I didn't mention is that tattoo was below your belly button,
Yes, it was.
basically saying this is Aaron's
You're
pussy.
right, exactly. Right, claiming.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, exactly.
And you were okay with this?
Well, I mean, I'm 16.
Was this
my
your first tattoo? Your
First
first tattoo?
tattoo, yeah.
Right, I was gonna ask.
First tattoo, yeah.
Okay,
First
quite a tattoo.
Yeah.